Hello, everybody. We have something different today. We have donuts. We have. Will you stop that? We have a place here in town that opened about a year and a half ago, something like that.
Yeah, somewhere around that time.
And at that point in time, they were only ice cream. But now they've got donuts and sandwiches and all kinds of things. And here are the beauties. We have maple bacon, we have jelly, and we have like cookies and cream or whatever they call them. What they call them? It just says Boston cream candy topping. But they're Oreos crunched up on top of there. Now, to me, they seem kind of expensive because this was $14.50 for 6 donuts. But I'm looking at them, and the jelly filled are 2.25 a piece, and the others were all 2.5 a piece. So, I mean, yeah, it adds up. I'm one that usually buys donuts at the end of the day when they're discounted. So being the first person in the door today, yeah. But we found out Sunday when we went to get ice cream that they've got the donuts and stuff now. So, and I've been thinking about donuts ever since I found out about them because they just look so good. Which one do you want to try first?
Whichever this one is.
Maple bacon?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is maple bacon. There's a ton of bacon on there.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's like a cream filled. It says Bismarck, so that's cream filled, right? Isn't that what that means?
Probably.
Mmm. That's good.
Yeah.
The maple flavor of the icing comes through really nicely. There's a ton of bacon on there, so you're not going to miss that. Come back here, bacon. I don't know, maybe this one's not filled. It says Boston cream candy topping.
Huh.
So you would think there'd be something in the middle. I'm not finding anything.
Yeah.
Still a good donut.
Yeah.
The cake part's good. I would probably get this again, but just not very often. Just because they are kind of expensive. But they are good. Not only do we have donuts, but we got some coffees to try. This is made by Victor Allen's again. Same one that does the Hostess and Ding Dong, I think. Maybe. I know they do the Twinkie and Twix. But this is Magnum ice cream double caramel.
Huh.
I'm like, yes, please. And then we got 3 different flavors from Bones Coffee. We have one called Electric Unicorn, which I think is a weird flavor. It's fruity cereal flavor. So I'm not sure about that one. Then we have French toast and Sinn-o-Bun, which is a cinnamon bun flavor, which might go well with donuts.
Yeah, maybe.
My bacon's trying to escape.
Huh.
Where'd it go? I saw it fall. These are really good. The icing itself is kind of sweet, but that's maple. I mean, maple's sweet anyway. Icing is sweet. Two sweets together, extra sweet.
Yeah.
But I think the bacon helps because now you got a little bit of salty in there that kind of cut through some of that sweet. I don't know where that bacon went. I saw it fall. One of those evil mice are probably going to get it.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, this one is Sinn-o-Bun. Why am I trying to smell it? My nose doesn't work. It's a good thing too. The sump pump at work, I guess, was making the whole house smell like sewage.
Huh.
I couldn't smell it. They're like, "You're lucky." I'm not sure. I don't think it tastes like cinnamon bun, but maybe it's because I've been eating maple donuts.
Yeah, maybe.
You can definitely taste the coffee in it though.
Hmm.
It'll be all right. And we got the fruity cereal one we can try with the jelly donut.
Hmm. Yeah, that would probably make sense. I don't think there'd be much of anything to go with the
We got French
other one.
toast and double caramel, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it smells like something.
I was kind of expecting a kick of cinnamon or something, but I wasn't getting that. Maybe I was expecting the wrong thing. What do you think?
Yeah. The coffee is meh.
I don't know. It's okay. I'm finding that I'm drinking more coffee now.
Yeah.
So since the next one in line is the jelly, should we do that next?
Yeah, I guess.
This one definitely has got filling. You can see all the goop coming out.
Ooh, that's a good sign.
Yeah, there's goo coming out. It's a pretty standard raspberry jelly donut.
Yeah.
I don't know if they make them there or if they bring them in. It doesn't really seem like it's a big enough place for them to be making them there.
Hmm.
Although that building is a little bit bigger than it looks.
Yeah.
It would be what, like 15 years ago that it was like a thrift shop.
Yeah.
It was a thrift shop run by the cooperative parish, so like all the churches in the area um kind of got together and they opened one in Pomeroy and one here, and The original location moved to where the ice cream place is now.
Yeah.
And then they started bringing in like food and stuff and kind of lost track of what the original purpose was, which was to be a thrift shop
Yeah.
with low prices for the people who couldn't afford
Yeah.
and people who maybe had like a house fire and needed stuff. And the money that was generated, because everything was donations, the money that was generated from the sales of the donated items then went to help people like pay bills, or like if somebody was in need of groceries, they could buy some groceries and things like that. Then somebody else took over and decided that they needed to make more money, even though it was a nonprofit. They were looking at profit
Yeah.
and brought in new stuff, brought in food, but they were going down to the grocery in town who already had their prices marked up higher than like Walmart and every place else,
Yeah.
buying it there, bringing it here, and marking up more,
Yeah.
and then wondering why it wasn't selling.
Exactly.
Bad economics, dude.
Yeah.
It ended up eventually closing.
Yeah. That and most of the people that ran it anyway didn't work anymore or dead. So, I mean, there wasn't really much people to run it either.
See, my mom was involved with the whole thing, and after they moved to the new location and started making all the changes, she started kind of stepping away from it, and then she ended up passing away. And that it'll be 15 years here
Mm.
in May. Not a good way to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah.
No, not a good way to celebrate your birthday. There's plenty of jelly in this donut.
Yeah.
I now have it all over my face. I didn't get it all over my shirt, did I?
No idea.
I don't know how much longer the shop stayed open
Hmm.
because I just kind of lost contact with it.
Yeah.
And then the pastor that made all the changes left the area, and I think he may have passed.
Probably.
I think he had cancer when he left.
Maybe. I
I
don't
think
know.
that's why he left when he
Probably.
did. Move closer to family and stuff.
Yeah.
But now we have donuts and ice cream.
Yeah.
I think the ice cream. I'm covered in donut. I'm gonna have to go take a shower after eating
Yeah, probably.
because I'm covered in donut. I think the ice cream is a good value because
Yeah.
it's a premium ice cream. It's Perry's ice cream, and it's
Really good.
premium ice cream. It's really, really good. And if you get a waffle cone with a double dip, it's like $5.50. You're gonna spend that anyway if you're buying like a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it's comparable. You get a fair amount of ice cream. I mean, really generous scoops,
Yeah.
and they're unusual flavors. They're not what you're gonna find everywhere. I think. Ah, hey,
Oh shit.
fine. Haha.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need a wet rag or something. 'Cause I'm covered in. Makes it hard to tell stories and things when you got icing dripping all over you. And
Yeah. But yeah. I remember the old building that used to be before the building it is now. And for the repair shop.
Mm.
And that was a small ass building. You could barely fit a person or two in there.
It was small. That's why they moved.
Yeah, you had like one person, and that's all you could really put in there. More than one, too much, because you also had to have the inventory and that sort of thing to put in there, and there wasn't a whole lot for that either.
It wasn't a lot of space, but it was all right. I mean,
yeah, I didn't mind being there.
I worked there a couple times as a volunteer.
Yeah.
And they would run like once a month or every 6 weeks or so, like a 25-cent sale where everything was a quarter. And these people would come in with their little jars of change. And if they didn't sell enough stuff out then they would have a 10-cent sale. And these people would come back with another little jar of change. And a lot of them were like the migrant workers who didn't have much.
Yeah.
So it was a real service to them having where they could come in and buy an outfit for $1,
Yeah.
I mean, including shoes. So top, bottom, and shoes, I mean, that's pretty good deal.
Yeah.
And the prices weren't that expensive to start with. I spent one day when I was in there, it was really quiet, rearranging the women's clothing or the women's shirts and color coded it. So it was like pink and red and orange, yellow, and on down like the rainbow, and then like black, white, and gray and brown at the end. And I always would redo the window, and I would match items and hang up outfits in the window, including like purses and shoes. And every time I'd go by, everything that I put up was gone because people would see it and be like, "Oh, let's go in there and buy it all up." And I was like, so obviously that was working.
Yeah.
That one lady, she and I didn't get along very well. And we had a whole conversation about should we combine, like the girls and the women's together, or should we keep them separate? Because we really didn't have a lot of space, and we were trying to figure out the best way to utilize it. And she was like, "Yes, let's combine everything." So then, when I was telling my mom, we were talking about this, and this is what we said. She said, "That's not what I said." And that's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Every time we'd have a conversation, she'd say something, and then if I said what she said, she would change what she said. For some reason, she wanted to make me out as a liar, and I don't know why. I think she just didn't like the fact that I was a young person coming in there and trying to do stuff. And she was real nasty when I did the color coding thing. She goes, "Good luck with that. Nobody's going to hang stuff up according to that." Everybody but her hung stuff up according to the way it was up there. Because the people coming in to buy things liked it. Sometimes you're looking for something in a specific color. You don't want to go through every item on every rack.
Yeah, that's the thing about some of the Goodwills is they do it by color.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is good. If I want to look for a pink dress, I don't want to have to go look through everything that exists.
Exactly. You don't want to have to go through everything in the store.
Yep.
You want to go, okay, here's my size range. Here's the color I'm looking for.
Yep.
And people liked it. And if you're hanging clothes, seriously, how hard is it to hang a black shirt with the other black shirts?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's really difficult because at work, I did the same thing to my client's closet. He didn't care. He was like, yeah, whatever. And most of the people follow it. And every so often, we get a new person in and they refuse. They're like, I'm going to do what I want. And I mean, I keep finding like blue shirts in the middle of the white shirts. And, the red shirts are mixed in with the black shirts. And I'm like, do y'all not know your colors? Are you colorblind or something? It's not rocket science. You hang the blue shirts with the blue shirts and the black shirts with the black shirts. Now, if a navy blue shirt gets mixed in with the black shirts, that's because it's not great lighting in there and sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal because those are next to each other. But like a baby blue shirt stuck in the middle of the white shirts, That's a glaring thing. It's like, here I am. And I don't understand why people can't follow a pattern. Because I was like, can we try something? And everybody's like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I did it, and most of the people are cool with it. And every so often we get a new person in and they think they know better than everybody else.
Yeah.
We've got one in particular lately that's been trying to make changes. It's not going to last long.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, did I show the can? So this is the Sinn-o-Bun. We got the little devil skeleton girl with a tray of cinnamon buns. And this is Electric Unicorn. We have a rainbow and a unicorn and a skeleton riding the unicorn with a lightning bolt in his hand. Looks like they're on a disco dance floor.
I feel like somebody was high when they made this.
They have the most amazing cans. Bones Coffee. Their cans are amazing. Because, like, the Holy Cannoli had the Godfather thing going on.
Yeah.
With that skeleton. And then the, what was it called? S'more Story or whatever, the s'mores one had, like, Bigfoot and a skeleton and a werewolf at a campfire roasting marshmallows. I mean, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
So now we got Electric Unicorn. I'm kind of afraid of this one. I don't know. Fruity cereal and coffee just, it sounds like such a weird combination.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it. I think I like it better than the Cinnabon.
Huh.
And I thought it was going to be, ew,
I can already smell it from here.
It's still got a coffee flavor. I mean, you're not going to get away from that. Their coffees are stronger on the coffee than some of the other flavored ones that we get.
Yeah, like the Snickers ones and that sort of thing.
The Snickers one, to me, tastes like chocolate milk with a coffee aftertaste, where this is coffee. And then the flavoring is kind of incidental. You don't look convinced. Too much coffee.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's another.
Yeah, I think I like this one better than the cinnamon bun.
I mean, it is a little bit better than that one, but yeah, that's the thing. I'm not.
And we still have the chance for French toast, and then we got the double caramel Magnum ice cream one.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Ha!
Yeah, let's drink 4 coffees and go to bed.
Yeah, drink coffee and eat Oreos, chocolate, all this.
Oh, this one's got a piece of bacon on it.
Huh.
Must have fallen off when the box got jiggled around.
Yeah, probably.
So this one is the Oreo one. And again, the receipt says Boston cream candy topping. This looks like it could maybe have something filling.
Maybe. I hope so. So those are the best kind of donuts that have things in them.
Yeah, this one's got cream filling.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah. Cream filling. Did they just forget to do the maple ones? Or did they figure it's got bacon, it doesn't need filling?
Yeah, maybe.
But if you're ringing it up, selling it as a cream or a filled donut, seems to me it should have something in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some more Oreo under there. Oh, pretty good. But I mean, cookies and cream, it's a classic combination.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I have to sneeze.
Oh boy.
I really don't want to sneeze donut all over my room. That would be kind of ick. That would be very ick. So weather-wise, last week it rained and 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 rained, and then it rained.
Yeah.
And then it rained some more. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday were all gorgeous.
Yeah.
Bright, sunny, warm, perfect weather.
Yep.
Well, yesterday was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was alright.
And then today, about 6:30 this morning, it started raining.
Yeah.
Because, we're not waterlogged yet.
Yeah. I went to the park the other day and all I ever saw was water.
The river's still up.
Yeah.
And there is still flooding.
Yep.
And thing is, when Pittsburgh gets dumped on like they've been getting, and it's flooding Pittsburgh, all that crap's coming our way.
Yep.
Yesterday, I had a thing pop up on my computer saying that Route 124 was closed from Elm Street to Hill Road. I'm like, well, where's Hill Road?
No idea.
Which direction is that on 124? Because I didn't know if it was like between here and Syracuse, because that one field always floods.
Yeah.
And if that was flooded, then I wouldn't have been able to get through to go to Walmart or anywhere.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't go yesterday, because I wasn't sure where the road was blocked, where it was closed.
Yeah.
Or was it on the other side going out of town? I'm still not sure.
Yeah.
But everything was clear coming through today. Because
Yeah.
I just zipped on through and realized I was going a little too fast in Syracuse.
Huh.
Just before somebody flashed their lights at me to let me know there was a cop sitting up ahead.
Oh boy.
And they're like, yep, I noticed. I'm slowing down.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Thing is, the cop wouldn't have gone after me. They would have gone after somebody going the other way.
Yeah.
Just because of the way they were parked.
Yeah.
There wasn't enough room for him to make a U-turn to chase me.
Yeah.
But by that point, I was slowed down, so whatever.
Yeah.
What are these crumbs?
Huh. But yeah, that's the thing. Like, when it comes to
Excuse you.
well, that too. But when it comes to Pomeroy, they have a bad location for putting things. Like, they have a whole shopping center right next to the damn river. So whenever it floods, 9 times out of 10, those buildings will be covered in water.
If it comes up over the parking lot.
Yeah. Because that's happened before a couple years ago, and I'm just like, damn.
It's happened several times.
Yeah.
And before we moved down here, we had come down to visit my parents. Because this is where they had the house they bought. And we came down to visit, and Pomeroy was flooded into all the shops.
Yeah.
It's just an old riverfront where they adapted all the warehouses and things into shops and what have you. A lot of small businesses.
Yeah.
And the library.
Yeah.
So I think the library's in the wrong place.
Yeah.
It's convenient where it is, but when that river floods, what about the books?
Yep.
Granted, it's going to flood the basement and the meeting rooms first before it gets up high enough to do anything to the books. But they've got stuff in storage down there.
Yeah.
I'd hate to see, the library get damaged, especially after they just did that major renovation a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And it's a nice facility. We have a great library here.
Yeah.
And they have several branches. We have a branch here in town, or in town,
Yeah.
in the village. It's Racine Village, not town.
Yeah.
Too small to be a town.
Yep.
But we got a school and a post office and library. What more do we need?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 funeral homes and a hardware store
Yep.
and a Subway.
Yep.
Good thing we can get Subway.
Yeah.
If I don't feel like going anywhere, I send him out to go. I'll order it if you go fetch it.
Yep.
And we got what? 2 churches?
Yeah.
2 churches that are technically in Racine, and then there's Bethany, which is technically in Dorcas. What is with all the female names? That's weird.
Yeah.
And I mean, if I go out, not very far, what, about 2 miles, it's no longer Racine. It's technically Dorcas, and there's another church. So
Yeah.
lots of churches. But the Methodist church is right over there in the corner,
Yeah.
just like at an angle across the street. Next door is the funeral home. Across the street's the school.
Yeah.
I'm easy to find.
Yeah. Pretty much.
If you travel by landmark, you can find me.
Yep.
Well, that's all the donuts.
Huh.
I can't afford more than that.
Yeah.
I thought 14.5 was awfully high for 6 donuts.
Yeah.
But they're really, really good donuts.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not going to be a all the time thing. No matter how bad I want them. So here we have French toast. We have a skeleton with a big stack. Little chefy guy. It's probably going to taste like the other 2.
Mm.
There's really not a lot of difference between the flavors. Out of the 5 flavors we've tried, I think the s'mores one for me worked the best. But I think that's because it has chocolate in it. And there's this whole thing about chocolate and coffee. Like if you make a chocolate cake, they tell you to put like a spoon of instant coffee in it. And that brings up the chocolate flavor more. So I think maybe the coffees that have chocolate in them, the reason I like them better is because of that whole chocolate and coffee, this kind of deal. And so then things like fruity cereal, it's weird. It's not bad. I'm probably not going to buy it again because these are expensive for what you get.
Mm.
If I'm going to buy one from this brand, I'm going to get the s'mores one because I liked it the best. But the flavors are all fine. And if you're a person who likes coffee, you'll probably enjoy these. If you like flavored coffee. I'm not a big fan of coffee itself. But I have recently started getting into drinking the flavored coffees. And it's all because of Hey Everybody and her channel. As Hey with 3 Y's. Because she got the Snickers one and did it in a Dollar Tree haul and talked about how it didn't taste like coffee and everything. And I agree, it is not really a coffee flavor.
Yeah.
It's more, to me, it tasted more like chocolate milk with a coffee aftertaste. And it wasn't a strong coffee taste. And that's what got me started trying the different ones. Then I tried the caramel McFrappe thing from McDonald's, which is basically a chocolate milkshake with coffee in it
Yeah.
and caramel. Because I mean, there's definitely a chocolatey flavor there, the one I got, and then I always get extra caramel because I like caramel. And if I'm going to spend a crazy amount on a coffee, I'm going to get what I want. So I'll get that about maybe once a month or 6 weeks or whatever. Not very often because it's too expensive. I go to McDonald's way too much. This, to me, tastes the same as a Cinnabon. I wonder if we should have had this one with the maple, since this is French toast.
Hmm.
Oh, now my nose is dripping.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't sneeze, so now it's dripping.
Huh.
Having bad sinuses is no fun.
Yeah,
So here's French toast. So far, my favorite of all the coffees I've tried has been the Snickers. And my second favorite was the Ding Dong one. And my third favorite was the French vanilla one I got at Aldi. And it was way cheaper than all the rest of them. For the same size bottle, what is this? 13.7 ounces. For the same size bottle, the French vanilla at Aldi was like $1.79, $1.89. This is like $3.18. Yeah, you didn't like that. I didn't think you would.
That's from too much coffee.
Yeah, it's definitely a stronger coffee flavor. I don't know if I have enough room to set this. But double caramel, yes, please. And Magnum ice cream, I mean, it's got the chocolate, clearly.
Yeah.
And double caramel. I do like a Magnum bar. They didn't have the other one was a Breyer's ice cream flavor when they didn't have it.
Huh.
I didn't even see a spot for it. But on the Ibotta app, if you use that, the Victor Allen ones are currently on the app. Or at least here they are. And the Magnum and the Breyers, Yeah, Breyers, were on one offer. I think you get 50 cents each back. I think that's right.
Huh.
And there's a limit of 5. And then the Snickers and Twix are on another offer where you get like 25 cents back and there's a limit of 2. So, needless to say, I bought 2 of the Snickers ones and they're in the fridge. I also bought 2 of these because I figured I would love it because it's caramel.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
I am going to be bouncing off the walls. All this coffee and sugar. Well, dang. There. I wish I could smell it. I feel like it would smell good. But I love the smell of coffee, so.
Huh.
Oh yeah. That one's good. You're gonna like that one, I think.
Hmm.
It doesn't really taste like coffee. Not like those 3.
Huh.
But it's got the least interesting label. Flaking the icing off my arm from where it dripped off that donut. Dude, we're at 40 minutes, and all we did was eat donuts and drink coffee.
God damn.
And when I get to work, I see you posted a video today. What's it about? Because it always has to tell me that I posted a video. Or that he saw that I posted a video. This is the best of the coffees. Absolutely. This may very well knock Snickers out of the top spot.
Huh.
It's good. It is really good. Drip, drip, drip. Ugh. Oh, by the way, somebody thinks you're cute.
Well, I think they're crazy. Probably. More for YouTube.
Well, YouTube.
They're even more crazy.
Well, you know all the girls, the older population that works in our house thinks you're cute. Nikki says you're her favorite weirdo, so, and she thinks you're a cute guy, and she's not into guys, so. And Kathy said you were cute. Thought you were a handsome young man, even though she saw a picture of you in a dress. So you won over the over 40 crowd.
Oh boy. The old people.
Yep.
But the young people are still confused.
Well, that's because you're confused.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think the younger people know who you are.
Yeah, probably not.
Because we can't keep the young ones.
Yeah. That was the same thing with WIS. All the young people left, all the old people stayed.
Well, I think part of it is the older people have a little bit more
Patience and all that.
Yeah, that, and we're willing to put up with a lot more crap because we know
That
at the end of the day, no matter where we go, it's gonna be crap. Yep. Every job has its share of crap.
Yep.
And so, we know that to earn that paycheck, we got to put in the work.
Yeah.
And sadly, there's a lot of younger people that I have worked with and attempted to train that want to just come in and get paid a bunch of money and not do anything. And it doesn't work that way. So anybody who has had a job for more than, a couple weeks knows that you got to put the work in. If you want to make anything, you got to put the work in.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been here at this job for about a year and a half-ish. It'll be 2 years in August. Well, when I hit that 2-year mark, I get longevity, and as long as I put in 60 hours of training between now and then, I get an extra dollar, possibly more, per hour. That's worth it. And since I've been with the company, I've had a few raises. Partly because the governor actually did something right and is supporting like the developmentally disabled and putting more money out there for us, because we're technically employed through, even though I'm employed through a local company, the money is coming from the DODD, Department of Developmental Disabilities. So, technically it's a state job.
Yeah.
Yeah, I work for a local company, but the pay comes from the state.
Huh.
Because there's a huge need for caregivers who work with people with various types of disabilities. And I mean, the person I work with happens to be in a wheelchair. He can do a lot of stuff on his own, but he needs a little extra help. And that's what we're there for. And his is a 24-hour house, because sometimes he wants to like go outside and build fires in the middle of the night. which is fine because he does it in his fire pit. He's not like setting houses on fire, although he probably would if he had the chance.
Yeah.
Because he wants to be a fireman.
Oh,
and he would want to see the trucks come and put the fire out. I called him a firebug one day, and he's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "You like to set fires?" "Yeah, firebug." I was like, "Okay." I said, "Don't get any funny ideas. Only in the fire pit." And we get along good. Well, whatever. Um, I consider him to be my second son, even though he's technically older than you.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting job. I never thought I would do a job like this. Because when I first moved down here, I was offered a position with the senior citizens, going and like going to visit in the houses and making sure that the people have what they need, and kind of a caregiver type situation. And I was like, I don't think I have the right temperament for that job. It's one thing to do this stuff for my kid or my family. It's something totally different to go out and do it for somebody you don't know.
Yeah.
And I have gotten over that. And it's a very rewarding job. So yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this. So I worked with another person when I first started, and she's hearing impaired. She can hear some, but you know, her house you can actually sleep there. We can't sleep at the house I'm working in now. Her house you can sleep because you have 16-hour shifts. So you pick her up at the drop-off place because she does the day program, and then they drop her off, and her caregiver for the night picks her up, takes her home, unless she wants to go somewhere. Every time I ever picked her up, she's like, "No, let's just go home." I'm like, "Okay." And we'd sit there and watch TV all night. I'd give her meds at the time they needed them, and then about an hour or so later, she'd go to sleep because she'd get tired, and then get her up in the morning and take her to the drop-off place. So like 4 p.m. to 8 a.m., but in there, we were allowed to sleep. When they were the clients asleep, we could sleep. The house I'm at now doesn't work that way. So yeah, we have to be up, awake the whole time. I felt really bad for Nikki when she had to pull a 16-hour shift because we were under tornado watches, and my client's grandmother was like, "He's coming to my house," and she had to go with him. And then when the midnight shift was supposed to go in, and luckily it wasn't my night, it was the other person's night. Um, they were like, "We don't want anybody out at midnight driving around in the weather," so Nikki had to stay for an extra 8-hour shift.
Damn.
And then the other person was going to take her shift the next day and then called off.
Huh.
Yeah. A lot of people not happy about that one, because that meant Nikki had to then come in and work the first half of the shift, and then I came in 4 hours early.
Huh.
And they know I hate coming in at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care to do a 12-hour shift, but make it midnight to noon.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
I would rather stay late than come in early.
Yeah.
Because that just screws everything up. You lose 4 hours of sleep. Well, more than that, because then the whole time you're supposed to be sleeping, you're going, okay, I know I already set my alarm and everything, but what if I oversleep? What if I don't get up? What if I don't get to work?
Yeah.
That and going to bed earlier than usual, it's really hard because you're like, this isn't my normal time. I'm wide awake. So, what'd you think? You like that one?
Yeah.
Did you try it?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's the better of the bunch.
Yeah.
I like this one. Yeah. And I think this is knocking Snickers out of the top spot.
Huh.
Well, there's more caramel flavor here than in the Snicker one. So I think that's why I'm liking this one better. Okay, so we're at almost 50 minutes. We should probably think about like wrapping this up, and I gotta go to bed at some point. I gotta wash this icing off because I am covered in icing. Don't want any stupid mice to get the idea that I'm something to eat.
Eh,
Can you imagine waking up and having a mouse like nibbling on you?
eh.
That would be bad. Anyway, wish we could get rid of those dang mice. It just won't go away. Won't go away.
That's what we need, more cats. Because when Meowsbub was here, the mice just was like, you know
Yeah,
what?
we didn't have as bad of a problem because she would catch them.
Yeah.
But there's issues. And once those issues are taken care of,
Yeah.
maybe she can come back.
Yeah, hopefully.
I know Melissa would like to send her back.
Yeah.
James is cool with it, but Melissa, not a fan.
Yeah.
Anyway, our cat lives with my brother and his family.
Yeah.
And his wife's not a big fan of our cat. Or any cat, really. She wasn't a big fan of his cat. Even though they got more cats, she was still like, don't really like the cats.
Yeah.
Anyway. I think we're gonna cut it off here. I don't know what is coming up. I know Boxu did renew. Um, and I got a thing saying that it's been shipped, so it'll probably be here sometime next week or the week after. Let's see, what is today? 17th?
Probably.
I imagine it'll be here sometime in the next week or so.
Yeah,
They're usually
maybe.
pretty quick. Um, I canceled Japan Crate. So if you have an opinion as to what we get to replace Japan Crate, please check out the community tab. I have a poll. It's got, I think, 5 different things you could choose from. 3 of them are Japanese, one's Korean, and one is suggest something. So,
Mm.
we'll see what happens. Although I might do the one Japan one because it was like a one and done deal. And I can get a box of like 50 items for like less than what I've been paying for the monthly subscriptions. So that might be an option. Just do that once and then maybe pick up one of the other subscriptions. I don't know yet. But let me know what y'all are interested in because what's the point of making a video if nobody's watching? What
Yeah.
do you want to see? I'm going to enjoy snacks no matter what. I like
Yeah.
snacks. So, do you have anything else to add other than weird noises?
Probably.
What? What you got to say?
I'm a cat, and I meow this message.
You're not a cat. You don't have ears on. You're just you. You're only a cat if you got ears. Anyway, I think we're going to end it here. Remember to do all the YouTube things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video, whatever that may be. At this point, I don't know. Probably Boxu?
Yeah, at this
Unless
point.
we find something else that we want to share.
Who knows? Assuming we do something Friday. Didn't you say you're off this weekend?
Yeah.
Either the 19th or 20th, we're probably going to go out and do whatever.
Well, either the 19th or 20th, we're going to have to go do laundry because somebody hasn't cleaned out the laundry room to the point where I can get the old washer and dryer that don't work taken out and a new one brought in. I don't suppose you know anybody like that. Neko. Princess. Everybody harass the princess and tell him to get his butt in gear and get that room cleaned out. I helped you. I cleaned off that rack. There's a lot of stuff on there.
Yeah.
And then I got it out of the room. So
Yeah.
it was a bigger job than I thought. That's why I'm giving you extra treats.
Huh.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Sooner you get it done, sooner I'll buy you that SD card or whatever it was you wanted.
Huh.
Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.